Surrealism didn't begin in the 20th century. It started 500 years earlier with Hieronymus Bosch, the Dutch master who painted nightmarish dreamscapes filled with hybrid creatures and fragmented forms that André Breton later called the singer of the unconscious. Salvador Dalí perfected the paranoia critical method, a technique where he'd hold a spoon over a tin plate while dozing off, letting it clang and wake him to capture the surreal images flickering between sleep and consciousness. This is how he created metamorphosis in paintings like Metamorphosis of Narcissus, where a crouching youth transforms into a stone hand clutching an egg that births a flower, using ants to symbolize death, melting clocks to represent time's fluidity, and crutches to depict life's inadequacies. René Magritte took a different approach, obscuring faces with apples and fabric in works like The Son of Man and The Lovers, where two figures kiss through white shrouds, forever trapped in their own isolated worlds. His impossible juxtapositions, like swans reflecting as elephants, challenged the very nature of perception and asked whether we can ever truly know another person's identity. These artists shared a revolutionary technique: dislocation, placing objects where they shouldn't exist, like red lips floating in the sky or a train emerging from a fireplace, creating visual paradoxes that short-circuit logic and force viewers to confront the irrational significance of everyday imagery. Dalí invented his own alphabet of symbols: grasshoppers for irrational fear, eggs for pre-birth memories, flies for decay and his Spanish homeland, keys to unlock dreams, while Magritte used bowler-hatted men to represent societal uniformity and the impersonal nature of modern existence, both artists accessing what Freud called the subconscious mind. Bosch pioneered these techniques in works like The Garden of Earthly Delights, a massive triptych showing Eden on the left, a riotous paradise of earthly pleasures in the center, and a surreal mechanical hell on the right, populated by creatures that art historian Walter Gibson described as a world of dreams and nightmares in which forms seem to flicker and change before our eyes. The surrealists used juxtaposition, placing incompatible things side by side like a donkey on a piano, and metamorphosis, morphing objects into something else entirely. Techniques Dalí demonstrated when he transformed one of his favorite artists into a table, proving that in surrealism, effects can be causes and reality bends to the logic of dreams. Magritte's The Human Condition shows a painting on an easel, perfectly matching the landscape behind it, questioning whether we ever see reality or just our interpretation of it, while here his Empire of Light depicts a nighttime street scene beneath a bright daytime sky, creating a simple paradox that stays in the viewer's bin long after looking away. These visual contradictions weren't random, unlike other surrealists who embraced chance encounters like a sewing machine and an umbrella on a dissecting table. Magritte's imagery unfolded according to plan, revealing fresh perspectives on human existence through controlled juxtapositions that melded the conscious with the subconscious, the rational with the irrational. Dalí's technical mastery, combined with unconscious inspiration, created what art historian Robert Descharnes called the first surrealist work to offer a consistent interpretation of an irrational subject, proving that perfection and chaos could coexist in a single canvas. Through obscured identity, fragmented forms, and impossible juxtapositions, these three masters, Bosch, the proto-surrealist forefather, Dalí, the technical virtuoso of the unconscious, and Magritte, the cerebral philosopher of visual paradox, shattered our perception of reality and revealed that what we see is merely a curtain of semblance, hiding the true mysteries of existence. Their legacy lives on in every horror film, heavy metal album cover, and contemporary artwork that dares to depict the impossible, proving that surrealism isn't just an art movement, but a fundamental way of accessing the hidden dimensions of human consciousness that lie beneath the surface of everyday life.